Hello Divine Souls, and welcome to my channel, Journey of Soul Mastery. I am your host, Rebekah Cortez. These are channeled messages of light from the Lyran Rainbow Race. This is version 2, audio. There is also a version 1 that just has text and music if that's what you prefer. These are channeled messages of light from the Lyran Rainbow Race. There are 4 messages provided in this video. I encourage you to read all of them, as there are always aspects that we are not always embracing internally that require attention. These messages shine light on the shadows, stifling growth and expansion into higher states of consciousness, and provide the guidance and encouragement in the areas that will assist in resolution and healing of what is being neglected. If the message states divine masculine or divine feminine, this is not in relation to a specific gender, but reflects individuals who are cycling through growth patterns that are assisting in strengthening and balancing the divine duality of our masculine feminine nature. Each section represents a message. Open your heart to receive these messages of encouragement, guidance, and love from our beloved Lyran Ascended Masters. Message 1. Divine Masculine experiencing doubt and fear. Mental sorrow tied to the past. You are bold and strong. You seek to gain the upper hand in situations, and this is a pattern developed from the experiences of your youth that caused trauma and pain. This sorrow of your past is deep-seated, and instead of encouraging yourself to push through the unfamiliar territory of healing, you choose to plateau off, and your overall growth has become stagnant. Kindness is not weakness, as you have been conditioned to believe. The mental sorrow you are experiencing within your mind is a state of ego based on false truth that creates the mental pull to doubt yourself. This self-doubt has shadowed your trust and confidence to see the beauty in yourself. Judgment, criticality, guilt, and shame are words you must strike from your vocabulary. These are lower vibrational states of conscious perception that are not serving your highest potential in healing and resolving the mental sorrow that you experience that creates suffering and pain in your current reality of existence. Fear of failure, fear of ruin, fear of rejection holds you back to the point of creating mental anguish and sorrow, because you have a desire to move beyond the restrictions of a third dimensional consciousness, but your greatest villain is your ego mind. You experience lower vibrational mental states of sorrow when you rip yourself apart mentally and second guess your intuition, higher senses, or gut instincts. You have always experienced your strong intuitive senses, but your ego and all the sorrow of your past creates hesitation to act on your intuitive nature, which perpetuates doubt and mistrust in self and your universal potential. Change must be embraced. Change does not come easy for you because change has only represented trauma and pain in your past. But hear us now, beautiful one. You are bold and strong, and this has divine purpose. You must transmute the negative perception of yourself that is attached to the you of your past, that is no longer an accurate outline of the you that is now. You possess attributes of strength and boldness. These are not qualities that can be lost. Your lower vibrational mental perspectives shadow your capacity to see your beauty, feel your strength, and know your value and worth. You possess all you require to manage the change that is required. You are an old soul that possesses much wisdom, and you will find the peace of fulfillment you seek, but transformation is required internally. Take time to go inward and allow yourself to feel positive emotions for the self that you have long neglected for the sake of survival. Commune with your soul. Allow your heart to guide you to transmute all that decreases your ability to find the internal balance between mind and heart. When your desire to experience more peace and long-lasting fulfillment transcends the wants of the ego to remain stagnant, you will make the changes necessary to alter your reality of existence and end the vicious cycle of turbulence and instability. Dedication and commitment is the greatest gift you can extend to self at this time. Change is your greatest ally. Resist operating from the fear of your past. Resist the lower vibrational pull to view yourself as a failure. Fear is an internal alarm system that triggers when you are venturing away from your highest potential and highest expression of self. Listen to your higher wisdom within your heart. It is always accurate and will wisely guide your every step. Resist internal states of conflict with yourself that promotes such sorrow. Nothing is in opposition to you except yourself. Message 2. Divine Feminine. Manifesting your dreams. Divine Soul, you are so magnificent in the eyes of the universe. Know your worth and tap into your higher vibrational frequencies that are in alignment with your infinite self. You are on the edge of a great epiphany that is going to forever alter your perceptions towards self and your reality of existence. You are a natural leader with the ability to balance strength and softness, action and stillness, wisdom and fair-mindedness. It is time for you to heighten the magnitude of your golden frequencies. You are flowering open to unlock all the highest qualities, advanced abilities, and fruitful abundance. You are in a 4D state of consciousness, and the building block that will launch you into a 5D is for you to surrender your mental states of worry that create your internal world of sabotage and self-ruin. The mind is a beautiful tool in this flesh-bound vessel you occupy, but not managed with wisdom can be your worst suffering. Manage your fears by facing them from your heart and not your mind. You have the insight to gain clarity, and you know what to do. The skills, abilities, experience, and answers are within you, but your resistance to act on your intuitive knowing has caused you to walk paths that created turmoil. But all is working to your highest favor of expansion and ascension, and you are so supported. Trust in the magic of you, believe in effortless miracles, and know that all the desires your heart can imagine is already yours. You just need to accept it into the framework of what you perceive as possible for you and your reality. The mind directs fear in numerous ways. It can direct it towards lower vibrational thought patterns, beliefs, and actions that cause so much anxiety that you worry yourself into a mental state of stress, which clouds your higher ability to perceive with clarity and higher insight. Ultimately, your thoughts stimulate negative action that direct you away from what you originally wanted and straight towards what you fear the most, which is failure. Fear of ruin, fear of failure promote controlling tendencies within ego states that cause more worry and stress. These are self-sabotaging mindsets that lower your frequencies to match the unwanted through what your mind focuses on the most. Becoming a frequency match with your higher divine frequencies is not manifested by the unproductive actions your ego mind thinks is necessary in order to manifest your reality. It is achieved within the stillness of your heart to manage your internal frequencies and step into the receiving aspect of knowingness, trust, and patience. To manifest your deepest heart's desires, you must be willing to be still and internally quiet to hear the higher guidance that will alert you when positive external actions are required. Quietude and introspection are your greatest instruments in calming your mind and clearing it of worrisome patterns that perpetuate patterns of control. Take time for meditation, go into the arms of nature, and allow our energy to soothe the storms within your ego mind. Find peace of mind and openness of heart with the nurturing elements of nature. Nature will always provide the healing elements to assist you in returning to your spiritual center. You must make peace with the effortlessness of manifesting. You have attached to the false truth that states everything has to be hard and it requires exhausting effort in order for you to think you are deserving of receiving. This falseness shadows your manifesting creatorship light, and you end up micromanaging the universe. Sink into a deeper love for self, a love that is unconditional, a love that knows your worth and value and places more focus on your internal vibrational states than external productivity. This will assist in up-leveling your consciousness towards self and the possibilities of reality you perceive. Message 3. Message for the collective. Expansiveness. Spiritual states that are suppressed cause internal strife and conflict. Disharmonious states that are in opposition to working in the dynamism of your infinite divine potential will resonate frequencies of disempowerment and suffocate your expansive conscious potential and spiritual resources. Expansiveness is not experienced operating from states that flow against the current, but surrendering to the currents. Surrendering is not giving away any aspect of self to accomplish anything. This perception is a lower vibrational third dimensional perspective of consciousness. Surrender within the spectra of light and love indicates that you are willingly releasing and detaching from all that is not serving your highest frequencies of potential. Fighting against the flow of the river creates everything you experience to be exhausting and harder than it was structured to be. Similarity is a key element within the principle of manifestation. Like attracts like. Similar frequencies will always pull to you the corresponding frequencies. You are all creators of your existence. It has always been this way and it will continue to be this way. Your willingness or resistance to working within the flow states of your dynamic universal beingness will determine the reality you experience, and the existence your frequencies shape into matter will reflect your conscious internal perceptions. So many are suppressing your higher consciousness because you have defined your identity according to an ego-driven third dimensional state of perspective, which will always fall short of harnessing the magnitude of your higher potential. You have acknowledged the signs that you are more. You acknowledge that there is a depth to you that has not been explored to the fullest, but you fight against the current of accepting it. There is nothing but limitation and universal oppression when operating from lower densities of a third dimensional consciousness. Elevate into the consciousness of acceptance. Acceptance ignites your awakening. You must accept the positive into your range of conscious perception in order to experience the positive outcome within the flow states of universal frequency currents of potential. Accept the signs and allow yourself to feel the wonderment of expansiveness. Your fate of existence is and always has been within your grasp of individual potential. You must accept the unconditional states of consciousness. The third dimensional reflects perceptions of restriction that flow against the currents of your universal potential. You must be willing to let go of your limiting perceptions within the structures of your conditional mindset. Return to your I am consciousness. The I am consciousness is a perception that identifies self as the spark within the all consciousness of universal flow. The I am consciousness reclaims the truth that you are the root that nourishes the fruitfulness of your existence. I am limitless universal potential. When you accept the flow of consciousness that is the I am, you are stepping into the acknowledgement that you are exactly what you identify yourself to be, and your experiences that define your reality are as you define them to be, based on how you identify yourself in the currents of universal beingness. Message 4. Divine Masculine. Unconditional emotional states. You are experiencing stages of self-mastery in your emotional body. The world is your oyster because you've identified yourself as a pearl of everything. You have healed what was causing digression into unbalanced emotional states, and your heart is open and pulsing with the flow of your higher conscious states. This reflects that you have reached a place of internal peace and stability emotionally that identifies self as worthy, and the happiness that you're experiencing is the fruitful result of your efforts to let go of lower vibrational states that imprisoned you in perceptions that identified yourself as lesser or unequal to others. You see your value and accept your divine beauty, and expanding the way you experience happiness. Happiness that can't be bought. Happiness that is long-lasting because it stems from the depths of your internal core. You have stopped participating in behaviors that seek external validation and fulfillment, and have turned your focus inward to experience the elevated fulfillment that comes through accepting your value and knowing your worth. Lower vibrational emotional states of disempowerment have been transmuted through the elevation of conscious perception that resonates with the frequencies of your universalness. You are the apple of your own eye, and see for the first time in your life that you are envious of nothing that wasn't equally yours to claim. You are setting healthy boundaries that honor your intuitive requirement for more sacred solitude, to commune with soul and receive guidance in how to extend yourself in ways that do not compromise your sacred desires.